Just coming at you with another video. Extremely motivated to talk about something. I watched a couple Kevin Samuels videos, and I've seen Andrew Tate over the last couple years. I'm only going to go to these two. There's other men that's in the manosphere. They speak about the high value man. They speak about just certain aspects of female nature, dating. But the perspective of these guys is from the world. Now, I would say this: we got to pick up principles. So you got to be able to chew the meat and spit out the bones. What I'm saying that is, there's things that a lot of these guys say that is valid. I said it before. It is valid. But I don't believe that a lot of the information that we're receiving is going to lead to godly character and to characteristics of Christ. But it turns into this worldly chase for things in this world. And when you chase these things of the world, or when you achieve these things when you're 35 and 40 and 50, that's when you can just have the pick of the litter of any woman and just date around, and it's just and it is just counterproductive if you desire marriage. Now, if you somebody that is a part of the world, you want to sleep with women, then live your life. But one thing that I represent is families. That's one of the most important things in any community is families, because I believe the conglomerate of families is what creates a true community. When we have nuclear families, husbands, wives, raising up the children. And the best, I feel like, route to take when we're talking about families and principles that we can glean from, it's in the Word. It's the principles of the Most High. It's the instructions of the Most High. That's what's going to get us, I feel like, to that place as men of true value. Because sometimes we value, or I wouldn't say we, but I'll say men of the world value the wrong things. It's important to provide. It's important to have a safe space for a woman to come into and not have to worry about certain finances and things like that. But the Most High might have a different plan. But ultimately, I do believe that the Most High has called us men to be the protectors. And a part of protecting a woman is to be able to provide. And if you're able to provide, it gives her a level of security in order to thrive in her feminine role. Or else she's going to be doing what the man is doing. And sometimes it be flipping, where the woman is out working and the man is taking care of the children and things like that. And it works for some people, but you see that the dynamic of the household is upside down. A lot of people usually respect the mom more. It's usually the mom that's making the decisions, leading in decisions, and things like that. So I understand where a lot of these guys are coming from, that you need to have your own, you need to have something, and of course I believe that a wife can help multiply those things. But as I've been saying, I'm going to continue to preach it. We got to be in our purpose, and we got to walk and step with Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. We got to walk in the ways of the Most High, and I'm telling you that as long as you seek the kingdom and His righteousness, all things will be added. But when you're going online and going to all these dating coaches and listening to all these guys on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram, and you're seeing the manosphere, and it's counterproductive. The information, some of the information is counterproductive for kingdom marriage, for kingdom children, for kingdom building. When you're striving to attract these physical things in life, these tangible things in life, and you're not striving to, work on the inner self, the inner qualities, to cleanse yourself, like I said, to cleanse yourself, you got to be washed by the blood, but ultimately, these guys, like I said, man, it's just a lot to unpack when we look at this. But I truly hope that you as men are not following after the world, and that you're not striving to achieve the things that the people in the world are striving to achieve, because ultimately we're going to have eternal life. We're going to live eternally, and everything that we gain in this life, we will not be able to pass it on. But we will not be able to take it with us. But when we die, we do need something to pass on to our children. If you have a wife, you want something that she can have, that she can sustain and continue to raise and take care of the children. And we as men do got to get on our stuff. A lot of these guys like Kevin Samuels, like I said, rest his soul, and also Andrew Tate, these guys are right. A lot of the things that they say about like protecting a woman and caring for a woman, and these things are right. And a lot of people will get the wrong perspective of these guys. I don't think these guys are like demons or anything like that. Some people will say because a man is masculine that he's a demon. But there's, once again, value in the word of the Most High. There is value in the Holy Spirit. There's value in living a Christ-like life. There is value in the scriptures. I'm going to say that again. There is value when a man truly follows his head, which is Christ. There is no other way to the Father except through Yahushua HaMashiach, Jesus Christ. And we as men that are walking in those ways that he walked, walking in the instructions that the Most High has set before his people, I'm telling you, like, these are the things that are going to lead to true marriage, to true biblical marriage, where you could raise up true children of the Most High and the admonition of the Most High. This is the value that we seek. The value that we seek isn't in and of ourselves, because in this flesh, there's no good thing. But by the Spirit and being led of the Spirit, that is the value. That is what leads to the inner character qualities. That is what leads to the freedom of sin and bondage, and the bondage of sin and those habits. And like I'm going to always talk about semen retention, because that's one of the biggest things that is harming us at the end of the day. So a lot of people, they're going to say all they want about this and that. These guys still watching. These guys are still doing what they do in secret. You're not going to find a good woman. She's going to smell it on you. She's going to smell that on you. I'm telling you. If you're doing that stuff, she's going to smell it. A good woman is going to smell that. She's going to be able to see right through it. So we just got to do things differently. We got to do things kingdom and not the ways of the world. Because if we're doing that, it's counterproductive to the kingdom. And you don't know what you can attract by chasing the things of the world. You're going to attract the woman of the world. But if you're chasing purpose in the Most High, I believe things come. That doesn't mean like we just pray and have faith and just wait around for a blessing to fall. No, we got to work. We do got to work. Those guys are right. I'm talking to myself as well. I'm getting it together. We all got something to get together at the end of the day. But while we're single, this is the time to get it together. Some of us just be too focused on a woman and just even scrolling through a social media, scrolling through stuff, reading comments and trying to just check up on. I'm telling you, man, that stuff takes too much time, and you could have spent that time doing something. I just spent 9 minutes just making this video. I made 4 videos today. And I'm still uploading and posting the Bible because it's purpose. And I hope that me being in my purpose, I hope that it can touch you. I hope that it can inspire you and encourage you in this walk. That we don't have to listen to these guys, and there's no set mode on who is truly valuable. But I get what they're saying, because there is value in learning skills. There is value when you can have an income from your skills. There's value, when you start to buy a home or just have some sort of equity or making investments, starting businesses and getting things going. There is value in those things, in the natural. And I believe that these things are profitable. I believe that the Most High will bless a man and honor a man that is doing his hardest to strive in Christ-likeness and holiness with a God-like work ethic. But that's what we need in order to really prepare ourselves for family, for life, for a wife. And, just one more thing that I want to say about the dating coaches and things like that. There's not too much information in the Bible about how to exactly go about dating somebody or how to go about connecting with somebody. There are just principles that we should follow, and that we should be led of the Spirit in all of our interactions. We should be in prayer about things. And one more thing I want to say, you should never be afraid to shoot your shot if this is a good woman and you are in a position where you're ready to take on somebody. But if you're not, once again, get on your purpose, get on your grind, and do what you need to for your family or your future family or whatever. But if you're single, take in the information, but you don't have to apply everything. There's lots of great things that they said, that Kevin Samuel said. There's lots of great things that Andrew Tate says. There's a lot of great things that they say. So you should take those things in. Take it in. Receive it. But pray about these things. Pray about what you don't like. We gotta ultimately stray away from worldliness. I'm gonna say it again. But regardless, I just hope that something that I said in here can help you, that can bless you, and don't be a sheeple. Don't be just trying to just follow after people because they got big followings or because it seems cool. Be yourself. And if there's some flaws in yourself, that's a part of the self-work. That's the part of the inner work. If you have those flaws, you have to be honest and accountable with yourself. And trust and believe, when those character qualities start to be built, when those mental habits start to be built, when you start to grow in discipline, and you start to grow even in being courageous and taking chances, and like I said, shooting your shot, all that's going to translate into your relationship with somebody that's leading to marriage. But like I said, I hope this blesses you, and be blessed in Yahushua's name. I love you. Whoop, whoop.